Okay, we're live. I'm sharing the wrong screen. Okay, so we're looking here at this is a base installation of the LocalGov Drupal distribution. So what I've done is I've created these alert banners. Now, alert banners are a custom entity we've created. So you can see them down here, alert banners, and we've got a number of them. So what I've done is I've created one of each alert banner. So we've got one for death of a notable person, one for emergencies, one for a minor alert. This one is called, I think, yeah, and then one that's an announcement. Then we've also got the possibility to have no links on your alert. So you can see this. Click this here and see more here. So this particular one down here has no link on it. And this one here has no type set, so you can see that when you choose what type of alert it is, it's green for an announcement, or if there's no type at all set, it's yellowy orange for minor alerts, red for emergency, and black for death of a notable person. So let's see what's to note first about these. Well, we'll jump straight into the templates. I'm using this actually because this was created by Andy, and I think it's a good example for reformatting the code because it's actually quite an easy one for us. Almost everything that's in this I'm happy with. So it's going to be kind of minor changes for us to make, and it might kind of I suppose be a base then for how we might reformat other templates as we start rewriting our front end for LocalGov Drupal. So let's have a look at the code so far. So we find LocalGov Drupal alert banner. Sorry, LocalGov alert banner. This is it's a module. So it's inside web modules contrib LocalGov alert. So let's have a look here at the template. Let's see what we can say about it initially. First, okay, I'm just making a bit of space, or just find it a little bit easier to see what's where. So has link equals content.link is not empty. I've got a feeling that this is going to render as true all the time. So if we look at let's see the emergency one here, we can see then that we've got a class here, LocalGov alert banner, major LocalGov alert banner has link. Okay, and that's true because this has a link. But if we look down here at our no link alert banner and we inspect this one, we'll see that, oh, this says has link as well. So whether it has a link or it doesn't have a link, we're going to say we're still getting the has link class. So let's have a look and see what we get. We're going to say dpm content dot link, and I've got a feeling this is going to return true for each of these alerts. So we'll refresh this page. Okay, so we can see item number 1 has a link. Number 2, number 3, everywhere seems to have something in the render array. And that's happens a lot with Drupal. When you just look for something like content.fieldImage is empty, will return true because your render array itself will return true. So let's maybe go a little bit deeper instead. Instead of content has link, well, let's maybe see what's inside has link. Well, there's a 0 here, and this is the actual link itself. So you type is link, and the text is give condolences. Here again we can see has link, and this is part of your the array. Then that's going to pop out. See more. This one here has a 0, and this has the link items. Click this. This one looks a bit different actually. More information. So this more information, this is the default, that if you don't fill in the link, this is what comes in instead. So if we have a look for content.link.0, refresh the page, now we probably don't get it. One that we don't see. We get a null here. Now, but this one here has more information written on it. So that's more information, and it's going nowhere. So we might want to change that within this, out of the scope maybe of this screencast, but we might want to change that if it's not filled in, it gets more information. Well, I'm not sure. Let's go with as much as we can here, at least anyway first. So I think what we're going to say here is if set has link will be true if it's content.link.0 is not empty. Let's refresh that page. Okay, so more information. Oh yeah, that shows up here because the URL is filled in, but not the link title field. Click for more, and here now on this one here, we should have no has link. We don't. So now we have got a class in, no link. So that's okay. That looks like that's working. So has link equals content.link.0 is not empty. Next we got the type of alert. So these are the different types we can have, such as death of a notable person or announcement or minor, things like that. So the type of alert is split at dash dash and then start at the next character after that. The reason we have that is because we've got let's see, structure, alert banner types, manage fields, and type of alert, storage settings. Oh, hang on now. Someone phoning me here. So we're splitting at this 0, 0, 20, 50 and 90. So that's fine. I don't think we need to make any change on that. So the type of alert will be that, except let's if the type of alert then was called something like we'll say death of person, we're going to end up then with a class of death underscore of underscore person, and we don't want that. We want to follow Drupal standards for that. So to do that, we can put in a clean class that'll remove underscores and convert them to hyphens instead for us, and remove if there was special characters. You know, if this was an accent in French or something, we'll remove those. We'd have, instead of having something like a clean in a CSS class, it would just be clean. Okay, so that should be fine with us. We can move that DPM just for now as well. Okay, now our classes that we have here, this is LocalGov alert banner. I would rather if this was LocalGov -alert -banner. If we look at our Drupal standards, Drupal CSS standards, let's see, Drupal CSS coding standards. We'll see. Oh, just the wrong page. Is it formatting? Architecture. Is it this one? Best practices. Formatting CSS class names. We should use full words rather than abbreviations, and we should always use a dash between words. So dashes here rather than underscores. So we'll come back to this again. Let me just gonna grab that, and I'm gonna say each place we've got LocalGov alert banner. This is a handy VS Code shortcut. Select something, hit Command D, Command D, Command D, and keep following until it finds each of the items we're looking for, and then we can start using multiple cursors to change them. Okay, that's much better now, I think. So we've got LocalGov alert banner with hyphens, and we've got JS alert banner. So I think this should be JS LocalGov alert banner to follow the same principles as the same name convention as this. And what this means then is that we can use this class here for our CSS, and we can use this class here for our JavaScript. So if we change anything with JavaScript, the CSS shouldn't be affected, and anytime we change our CSS, well, obviously that's not going to affect our JavaScript. So let's refresh that. Refresh the page. We'll probably lose all our CSS now because our classes have changed. Okay. So when our classes have changed, I guess we need to come to our CSS, LocalGov alert banner CSS, and everywhere we have LocalGov underscore alert underscore banner. Yeah, we're going to need to change that to LocalGov alert banner. And that's not enough. Okay. I wouldn't break something now. Oh, cache is clear. Do you know this might affect let's remove this one for a second, but maybe this has got something to yeah, there you go. Okay, so we'll put that back into here, so it's in the JavaScript alert banner. We've got JS alert banner here. So let's say everywhere we've got that, we want to have JS dash LocalGov alert banner. Refresh this. Looking good. Let's just check our classes. JS LocalGov alert banner, LocalGov alert banner major, LocalGov alert banner, LocalGov alert banner major. Okay. That's probably actually all this JavaScript changes we're going to need to make. Okay, so next up, I'm going to move JS alert banner up to here, and that just means in their classes we're going to end up then with LocalGov alert banner dash dash type of alert, LocalGov alert banner dash dash front page, all side by side. So it's just, I don't know, it makes things a little bit easier. And as far as I know, we don't need these ones here, so we don't need to say that if there is no type of alert, then we get nothing. I think that just if there's no type of alert, that will just default to 0, to nothing anyway. If it has a link, we get a has a link class. If it doesn't have a link, we get a no link class. I like that. LocalGov alert banner homepage if it is front. Okay. Set our classes. Yeah, that all looks nice to me. Next up, I'm not 100% on this, but I think an article element will suit this better than a div, because it is encapsulated on its own. It can stand on its own. It is its own piece of individual content that if it's found outside of where it's currently positioned on the home page or positioned on a page, it should still make sense. Okay, let's refresh this yet again. Looks good, and let's inspect and make sure we've got the article here. We do. Okay. Now we've got this wrapper class here. An issue I would see with adding a wrapper class like this is that it says to me that we're relying on a class that's already created somewhere else, and we've got a wrapper class in our theme or somewhere if we were using Bootstrap or something like that, and because of that then we're just dropping this down in here, and that's perfectly fine if we do have a class like that already created in Bootstrap or in whatever the base theme is. So if we click on div class wrapper here, I'd expect over here to see .wrapper on whatever it is, max with 960 pixels. So down from the very bottom we've got our HTML. We've got root here, we've got body, LocalGov alert banner, LocalGov alert banner minor, LocalGov alert banner .wrapper. So the only place we see .wrapper is inside this module. So this says to me that this is actually an element of the LocalGov alert banner, which means it should have if we're following our BEM classes block element modifier, this should be an element of LocalGov alert banner. So this class should be LocalGov alert banner __ wrapper. Okay, and the 2 underscores follows our bem classes then to say that this is an element of the banner. If these were 2 dashes, this would say it's a variation or a modifier of the banner, and that's why we've got 2 dashes up here instead. So we're saying that this is a LocalGov alert banner, but it's got a modification for type of alert, and that will define its color. So this is going to break, I think, now our CSS if we refresh this page. Yep, so our wrapper now is no longer, center aligning our alerts. So we'll look at our CSS and see where we have wrapper. Okay, and 1 of 1. So this is the only place it shows. So what we've got here now is a nested class, LocalGov alert banner dot wrapper. So following bem makes this much nicer that we can actually just have 1 class with no nesting. And we say now we've got LocalGov alert underscore banner all as 1 class. And we refresh this page back here and we should be back to normal, let's say. Yep. Okay, I'm actually going to add a small bit of padding on these banners at top and bottom. I think it just might make them slightly easier to read, and I don't want to be changing the design too much. I don't want to change the design at all because I think it looks very good, but let's just put a small bit of padding on the top and the bottom. We'll go with 1 rem. Padding top, padding bottom. Okay, I think that's just a little bit easier for us to read. Back to our template. So div class LocalGov alert banner -- inner. Now this is what I was saying earlier on. This looks like this is now a modification block element modifier. So a modifier of the banner itself, and it's not. This again is an element of the banner. So this inner here should be an element like this. And we've got inner content and content heading. Let's just work with the inner here first. So we've changed that here. We should be able to refresh this and see, does it break anything? It does. We can see things start moving around a small bit. So let's come to our CSS, and our inner is LocalGov alert banner inner. Let's change this to an element rather than a modifier, and then our display flex justify content stuff, that should be back working again. Very nice. Where was I? Back to my template. Alert banner inner content. I would probably just call this content, and again make it an element rather than modifier. And let's again refresh the page. Okay, I don't see anything breaking here. Let's see where it's used in the CSS. Inner -- inner -- content. It's not in the CSS anywhere. Okay, so it's not in the CSS, so that's not going to affect anything, but it might be a handy class for us to have later on, or for if other websites want to use this, it's maybe a handy wrapper class for displaying some things. Next, we're going to say if display title. So if the title is being displayed, we're going to use a h2 LocalGov alert banner content heading. Let's just call this alert banner title, and here we look for heading. Doesn't have any CSS, it appears. Okay, so that's again just a handy class that we can use later on if we did want to style it. Let's make sure nothing breaks here. So I'm guessing we're just using the default H2 styling on this then. Yeah, H2 font size 2.125 REM. Very good. After that, we've got LocalGov alert banner content body. Okay, so I wonder, is the body field required? Let's check here. Short description, I'm guessing that's the body field. It doesn't look required. So I'm going to guess that, let's remove this content for a second. And this is the one that has no alert type set. Okay, No alert. Where's that one? This first green one. No alert type. Okay, that's this one. Now let's see. Do we still end up with a body class? So we've got a content here. Inside content, we've got a div for body, and the body is just an empty div. So we don't want to have an empty div here. Now this is a little bit tricky actually, because what we're rendering here is content without link and title. That's fine. I guess we could render just content.body. Now that will mean that if there's anything else, any new fields added, they won't render, since we don't have the full content variable rendering if we remove it from here. Let's just move this down here a little small bit anyway, so we can better see things. I might do the same with this one here. Okay, and give myself a little bit of space. So in any case, let's say we're going to want to have this to be the body. How do we say now if there's any content? Do I want to say if content.body is probably what I should say. So only if there's something in the content body do we render. But if we add a new field in the future, what happens? And I'm not sure what other fields we might add, but I guess there might be something at some stage in the future where we would. I think for now we'll let's make sure content.body is actually the name of the field. Manage fields. Short description it's called. Okay. So if content.short description render, we'll take out these ones here. Content.short descript. Oh, I have it here. Okay. Now let's just go back and check. Is anything? Okay, we're still getting our body fields there, our short description field, and here we have. Okay. That, so we're not checking properly if it's empty. This looks a bit like it's actually the same as this issue up here, content.link.0. What is this an entity type? This entity type is alert -ban. No. Content alert banner types. LocalGov alert banner, I think. Okay. Let's DPM. Where are we here? DPM LocalGov alert banner. Null. Let's DPM everything. Sorry, let's DPM everything. Okay, so we've got elements, type of alert, cache has link classes, elements, LocalGov alert banner, entity type LocalGov alert banner. Okay, so DPM LocalGov alert banner. And what do we get now? Null. If I said that short description, what do I get? I want to kind of try to do it. Okay, maybe not. So let's look at content. That short description. Content that short description 0. So for say content.short description .0 text. Did that work for us? Content.short description .0 text. That's this one here, isn't it? Yep. And okay, yeah. So now we don't have the body field. Doesn't render an empty div. it only renders if there's actually something in it. So we can get rid of our DPM here. Now we do have caching issues or caching items that we want to make sure that the cache metadata can bubble up properly. So what we can do later on here is just render set cache equals content pipe render. So it'll kind of try to render out the content and let the the cache metadata bubbleability or whatever you call it. I'll maybe just give you a quick link here to where we come across that. So that was from a previous next Drupal block cache metadata, something like that. Ensuring Drupal 8 block cache tags bubble up to page, up to the page. This one here, yeah. So Lee Rowlands here, top class Drupal developer, explains the issue. And where am I gone with the here? Yeah. So this seems to be a solution, and I think we've used that in demo umami. I certainly use it. I know I used it in Anartech for our templates that render content variable, such as node templates or paragraph templates. So we'll leave that here. That's not going to break anything. Something looks broken, of course. User error, link is an invalid render array key. Where is that coming from? LocalGov alert banner html.twig. Content.link, if content.link. Is that from here? Let's comment that out for a second. No. Refresh. It's coming from this one. Oh, wow. So it's not from here. Okay. I guess maybe we don't need this if we are rendering each field in our manage display settings. Content.title, content is a short description, content not a link, and then if not, remove hide link. So if we're going to remove the hide link, where's remove hide link set? That's not here. Oh, that must be set inside this module. Is it remove hide link? No. You know, where that's created doesn't particularly matter, to be honest. It's a variable and it looks like it's working. So if that's not set to be removed, let's see, let's move that one back to here, move this one back to here. I like to add in a lot of comments into my code as well, so this is going to be a begin content, and then down here content. This is inside this, so this ends the. Now, where's the content ending? This is why this is why you like to have a lot of comments. So that's going to be end the content. Okay, so that's the end of my content div. This is the wrapper. I'm going to say begin wrapper, and the wrapper ends just inside the article, so that can be end wrapper. And we've got the inner, begin inner, and this will end and the inner. Okay. So I got some keys or some hair landing on my keyboard. So if we're not removing the hide link set, so if we want to show the hide link, we got a class here, LocalGov alert banner, and again this should be an element, not a modifier. So let's look for the actions here. CTIONS actions. Swap this back to underscores. All still looking good. And then we've got, did I miss some CSS? The button looks a bit different. Okay, well let's look here anyway. So first we got a div class, LocalGov alert banner. Again, these two dismisses should be elements as well. Come back to our CSS. Dismiss. No, what's it? Okay, it's not in this. Okay, if it's not in it, it's not in it. LocalGov alert banner underscore dismiss. And then JS alert banner close. We might want to have LocalGov alert banner, and again this can be an element underscore close, and JS LocalGov. This is just in case we do need to use the CSS later on. JS LocalGov alert banner underscore close. So let's go back to our JS here. Do we have a close class? JS LocalGov alert banner close. Collect JS LocalGov alert banner. The close is there, you true. Okay. So close 1 or 2. Yeah, that looks good. Let's refresh here again. Okay, I actually don't want to hide these because I don't want to. I want to be able to see them. The no link alert doesn't have a link field here. Let's see, did that work out, or is there an empty div? And we can hide that one maybe. So the wrapper, the inner, content, actions, content, title, body. Oh yeah, link. Look, we got an empty div. So let's come back here and find our content.link. So that's going to be something similar again. I think content.link. Actually, do you know what? I can use this as link. So where was that? If content.link. Let's say if it has a link, then we'll render this stuff here, and now we refresh our page, and no link alert now should have no empty div. Body and title. Yep, that looks good. Okay, so now if I click hide on this, does it work? Yes, it does. And if I come back to my storage and hide alerts, I guess this one here I can delete. Where's the delete or remove? Delete all. So let's delete all. And back to refresh. And it's back. Okay. Now I seem to have lost the styling here on our hide button. And I'm not sure why. If we let's move this back again, we indent by 2 spaces and not by 4. So button class LocalGov alert banner. Okay, that's one I created. Then JS alert banner close. Aria label hide alert. Let's make that translatable. And then we got the word hide here again, so let's make sure that that's also translatable. I think that's enough for that. And that doesn't break anything, does it? Doesn't break anything, but we still don't have our styling. So let's find out. That is a button. Alert banners. Is there any button? Here we go. That LocalGov alert banner. People keep phoning me today. So LocalGov alert banner button. Color black. Is that working? Looks like it's black. Let's change the color to Let's just change the color to red for a second. Okay, yep, that's working. Now, why is it not? Doesn't have the border and things. LocalGov alert banner -- notable person background color black. That's correct. Button class LocalGov alert banner underscore close. JS LocalGov alert banner underscore close. Close and shown here, and close shows here. JS LocalGov alert banner underscore close dot click function. Prevent default. Banner is this dot closest. So that's the parent of the button. Banner attribute area hidden true dot slide up fast. Okay. There's no CSS in this. In a second, I've actually got this open on my other computer from earlier on. So I'm gonna check the CSS and see what it looks like, and see where did we hide it or remove it. So inspect button LocalGov alert alert.scss. Ah, okay. So we've got one extra issue then with this. This is actually, this affects then the LocalGov theme itself. So we've got let's see, modules themes contrib LocalGov underscore theme, and inside that we've got assets SCSS lib, I think, is it? Assets SCSS lib partials alert. And this alert here has alert underscore banner. You know where the very first thing we changed this to dashes instead of underscores. So that's got something to do then with the LocalGov theme that needs fixing rather than the LocalGov alert banner module. I guess we could fix the CSS here if we wanted, or we could add in the CSS here if we wanted. So where did we say the button was? BUTT. So this button is actually the underscore close, isn't it? And the color is white. Yeah, let's add it in here. So the color is black here. Maybe it depends on the team. So maybe we should leave it to the team. No, I think I'm gonna let's fix it up here now. We're going to say the background color. Background color is transparent, and this is just the same. Actually, I might as well just grab it from the LocalGov team. Where do I find that? Now that's in underscore alert.scss. And button shows up what here. How many times we get button with a space? 2 of 2. Okay, so this is the only button we've got. Let's take this much of it and we'll throw it in here. Need to bring these back, and these two here will need to be moved to classes on their own. So this will be .localgov alert banner close, focus and hover. Okay. And we've got these things in for alert button background. So the background here we're going to say by default will be transparent. The color will be white. No border radius, padding point. Okay, that looks okay. The border solid, the alert button color. So we're going to have the border to be the same color as the alert button color. I think they're all. I know looking at my other computer, they're all white at the moment. So let's do that. Include rem border width 1. So that means border is going to be 1 pixel, I guess. So 1 pixel solid white. Aligned vertical line, font weight 700. Let's come back here. Oh, we've got 2 colors. Let's change this to here and refresh. Okay, these look good now. Hover states aren't working and the focus states aren't working. So the alert hover button we're going to say is on hover they're using black. Where's this one here? That's the color is 0B 0C 0C and the border is 1. I think the border should just be inherited, shouldn't it? The only thing we should need to change is the border color, and that will be, it looks like it's the same, 0B0 C0C. Now I've got a feeling this is going to not work for this one here because it'll end up having no border or no color. Yeah, and I'm guessing that's what currently happens on the, let me check my other computer here. Yeah, you can't see the hide button then on hover on the death notice. Okay, so we can easily change that. So we're going to say then that LocalGov alert banner notable person dot LocalGov alert banner close, focus and hover. We're going to put the, I'm not sure actually what color to use now. We're going to say white goes to black. Let's actually change the background color to white, and we can leave the color black, and the border color can also be white. Okay. So then when we hover this, okay, that looks good. I might actually do the same on the red because I've got a feeling that black on red won't be accessible. And actually the white on yellow here probably isn't accessible either. Yeah, I think we could fix those up, couldn't we? So we're gonna say dot LocalGov alert. What's the red one is emergency, which I think is major. That LocalGov alert banner close. We were going to change that to color white and border color white. Should I want whites? No, we want dark, not white. It's already white, like that. Okay. No, damn it! I wanted on to hover. So on the minor alert, sorry, not the major. Minor alert. That's the yellow one. Yeah, that looks better. And then when we hover, I think that might do it for the yellow one. Yeah. Okay. And the red one, when that hovers, actually, so when all these hover, maybe the white would make more sense. Let's try that. So we'll put this in here. Comment out these two. Yeah, okay, so that's that. And then the color when you hover will be 0B0C0C. And that means that these can all be commented out for now. Okay, and when I commented all those, I shouldn't have commented out this, so I want the yellow one to be black on white, or sorry, black on yellow initially. Okay, now we've got a slight accessibility issue here in that we shouldn't distinguish things only by color change. So for people who are colorblind or things like that, that can be an issue. So let's say that when you hover any of these, we want to say that there's a text align, text decoration of underline. So it's not just the color that changes, but something else changes without anything, kind of without a layout shift, let's say, on the screen. So now when you hover over that, you get a nice underline, and here, okay. And this one here is getting a black outline when it's hovered. How do I change that to border color? Do you know, let's just move this code up to here and let the great CSS cascade do its thing. Yep, lovely. Okay, I'm very happy with that. Great, this looks brilliant now. We should run our npm script or CSS order script to reorder the properties for us. I won't do it just now because I don't have that installed on this, but let's just rearrange the properties so that they actually follow where they're supposed to be in Drupal standard. So what has the most impact on the page goes at the top. So padding has more impact than, say, the background color, because that defines how wide something might be. Color is probably more important than background color. The radius will affect how layout happens. The line height will be more important than the radius. The border will affect the border radius more. Where the alignment of the text goes, I think should probably go before the border radius. I can't remember exactly where that one goes. The vertical align, not really sure we need vertical align at all. It'll naturally be aligned vertically, I think, if we just have padding top and bottom. Yeah, I'm gonna remove that. And then the font weight will have more bearing on where things are than the rest of these things. As far as I know, that looks correct. Let's go top to bottom. So padding will go to top here, padding bottom. Then after that, this one looks okay. Color, then border color, text decoration, background, border color. Margin top. Now the width, as far as I know, is more important than the margin. Display, then justify. Margin comes before padding. Okay. I think we've got a very nice alert banner system now. The JavaScript is all still working. Our CSS is still working. We have it working out of the box, so if someone isn't using our default theme, that looks fine. We'll set these 3 items together. I'm going to give this a tiny bit of space. I don't think I need to begin the alert banner here because there's nothing else in this template, and then we don't need to end the alert banner. We're going to say it's an article. We got our block element modifier classes here. These are all elements of the LocalGov alert banner. We don't print the body field unless there's a description here. The link is working. And these are translatable strings now. Is there anything else to do here? I don't think there is. Now let's have a look at the library definition file. LocalGov alert banner to libraries.yaml. And I wouldn't put this into layout because this is about more than just layout. Layout actually refers to grid type systems where you might say that this is in a 960 grid with 3 columns or something like that. This is more an actual component. So this should go into the components section of our layout. Okay, and the rest looks fine. Some dependencies. It'd be nice to maybe remove jQuery as a dependency, but I don't think we need to do that as part of this. And I guess we might look at here. So there's the alert banner. Oh, actually this file here itself, localgov underscore alert underscore banner. This should actually be hyphens as well. Drupal will convert those as part of the preprocess function from dashes to hyphens. If you look here at our template suggestions, here are file name suggestions, you'll see we can have localgov dash alert dash banner rather than underscore, and then the same for different view modes that we might use for it. So let's leave that then at alert banner. Now this will probably actually break, so we'll need to flush the cache to pick up the new template. And while that's doing its thing, I'll look at this other template, LocalGov alert banner. This is to present alert banner data. It's used when viewing alert banner pages. Oh, that's one I've been looking at. Sorry. LocalGov alert banner content add list. Defaulting present a list of custom entity content types. This is coming from Entity Construction Kit, I think. Okay, I don't think there's anything we need to do on that template. So with that being the case, I'm really happy with that. So this is in my default installation of the LocalGov Drupal profile. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close up these. I'm going to open up this is the actual repo for it rather than the profile where I've installed. So there's a few things that we're going to need to change here. So if we look at templates, I'm going to remove localgov underscore alert underscore banner, and instead I'm going to put in our new one this updated one here. Oh, I put in the wrong one. This one here. Okay, LocalGov alert banner with all our new things in it. And then we changed the JavaScript a little bit. So alert banner.js is here. Inside our JavaScript directory, alert banner.js, that just changes the classes. Hey, that should go green, not red. Or orange, yeah, say it's changed. Green means a new file, orange means a changed file, red means a deleted file. And then the CSS, LocalGov alert banner CSS, let's put that here. So it's red because it had been deleted. It should go orange. There we go. That means it's been changed. Now, turn on rectangle. Make that big. So I think this looks good now. Let's what? Actually, I'll stop the live screen here, because what I need to now is just create a branch and create a pull request on GitHub against this work here, just so we can have it approved or discussed and modified. So let's see if there's any questions on Twitch. Afternoon, Eli. Is DPM in Twig provided just by Devel module? As far as I know, it is, Eli. Yeah, and to use DPM, I think you need to use well, what I use is Symfony var dumper. Oh, he's gone. He had to bounce. Thanks for this. Learned a bunch in the 15 minutes I was here. Dean15 gotta go too. Thanks for showing, and thanks for helping with Drupal contributions in the past. No worries, you're very welcome. It's great to. I'm really enjoying these live streams. If you've got any ideas for any more